All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Chakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders up in Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. And the sincere peace and salutations to all the Aki and pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. So, Brother Ganan from DC Church coming back at you with a quick video. And Lord's will be quick. I just wanted to entitle this video, "What's Your Standard?" That's a direct question, to everyone. We know the men of the Lord, in terms of, all right, let me elaborate your standard in terms of what you do and you don't do in your everyday life. Like our righteousness, what we would call what's right, or what's wrong. Everyone have their own idea of right and wrong in the world. So what's your standard? What do you go by? How do you measure the righteousness versus the wickedness that you see? Because me and the brother, just a quick little testimony. Me and the brother, Shema Shawan was before we started working, we seen another Jake, in an apartment complex, trying to resuscitate another Jake. Pretty much, he was like giving them CPR, and we pulled over, and we asked the Jake that was trying to resuscitate the dude, like, do he need us to call 911? We got out and flagged the cops down when they came. Ultimately the dude was okay, but the point is, by the standard, that what makes someone a good person, or what makes you righteous, or in terms of a man cheating on his woman, what's your standard? And our standard is the scriptures, is the Heavenly Father. That's why Proverbs 3:5, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Well, you have other beliefs out here in the world, that determine what's right and what's wrong, because a homosexual can be right in this world, but it's all about what's right according to the Heavenly Father. Let me jump to Psalms. Just got a couple things written down. This is Psalms, in the book of Psalms, chapter 11, verse 7. And it says, For the righteous Lord loveth righteousness, his countenance doeth behold the upright. So the righteous Lord loveth righteousness. Now, what's righteousness is what he told us to do. Going back to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Starting at the first verse, it says, And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I would command thee this day, that the Lord thy power would set thee on high above all the nations of the earth. So what's righteousness is to hearken diligently. Hearken meaning to listen. The scriptures say obedience is better than sacrifice. You have to listen to the Heavenly Father, and that right there tell you the standard of right and wrong, man. What's right is to observe and to do all that's according to what the Heavenly Father says. And what he says is all throughout the scriptures, man. That's why brothers always tell you that you have 600 plus laws or commandments that's written in the book, man. That's what separates the righteous from the wicked, because you have to understand, going to the book of Job, 9 and 24. When the creation, let me go there. When the creation was done, Salakia, trying to find a particular part. I don't want to hold up the video. Salakia, I should have been did this, but when the powers set everything the way it was supposed to be, it says, and it was good. Oh, right here. It says, and the powers created great wells, and every living creature that moveth, which the water brought forth abundantly after their kind, and after, it says, after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And the Most High saw it was good. You know, so after they made the things the way it was supposed to be, then the power saw that it was good, you know, and that was the way things were supposed to be. However, we living in a world where Job 9 and 24 is in effect, where it says, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the wicked has done what? He turned every good thing, every righteous thing upside down. And he perverted the philosophies of the world to where as though people can't determine what's good or what's evil, or what's righteous or what's wicked, man. Because you can be a righteous man in this world and be condemned as wicked because they're judging you based off of the philosophies of this world and not the philosophies of our Heavenly Father, you know, and we're going to get into that. It says, yeah, so Job 9 and 24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So, yeah, so let me jump to Isaiah. Salakia. Isaiah 29 and 16. This is Isaiah 29 and 16. It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? And that's what, when the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, we're now seeing the effects of that. He's changed everything that's righteous into wickedness, you know? And that's why in the book of Jeremiah, the Heavenly Father said what to the Israelites, man? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's Jeremiah 10 and 1. It says, hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, learn not the way of the heathen, and be, it says, learn not the way of the heathen. You know, that's the point that I want to make. You know, the heathen have put out so many different things on the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans because he had one true goal in mind, and that was to separate us from our power, you know? So the ways of the heathen is homosexuality, women being over men, the dietary law, where you got bottom feeders being glorified as delicacies, you know, where people saying no matter what, they would never put down pork because they love their bacon in the morning or their bacon on their burgers. You know, shrimp, lobster being a delicacy, you know, things, adultery being put on high amongst our people. You know, these murder, you know, these things are of the devil, and it was placed onto us for a reason. And I'm going to jump to the book of Judith 5 and 17. It says, and whilst they sent not before their power, it says, now when they sent not before their power, so you can understand, they prospered because the power that hateth iniquity was with them. So when we were on point and we kept the standard of righteousness the way it's supposed to be, we were fine. Other nations thought twice before they wanted to come and bother us because they knew our power was with us. Like in the book of Samuel, where the Philistines was questioning, do they really want to go to war? Because the power of the God of Israel was with us. That's what happens when we listen and we uphold the true standard of righteousness, which is the standard of the Holy Scriptures, man. You know, we're fine. Now, verse 18 says, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. You see? And that's what's happening to us, man. Our people are effed up in the head, man. You got Jake wanting to off their self. You got women wanting to be somewhat of righteousness, but their mind is out of here, man. Their mind is out of here because the way of the world is like a strong wave that's taking them, man. And it's taking their mind. It's taking... They have fell into the trap and the snares of the devil. That's why in the book of Ephesians, it says, what's that? The wiles of the devil? The trickeries of the devil. Ephesians 6. It's Ephesians 6. It says, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. They don't have the armor of the Most High. Why? Because they fell into the traps, man. They fell into the traps, so as though Esau has taken them in his philosophies, you know, as we did too, you know. So that's why it's a beautiful thing that we've gone through that process of that transformation, you know, into killing that old man, which was taken by Esau, you know, which the standard of Esau righteousness is completely different to our standard, you know. It's completely different. It's completely adverse, man, you know. Yeah, man. So that's pretty much all I had, man. That's pretty much all I had. It was a couple more scriptures, but you know, I kind of went somewhere else with it. But yeah, man, our standard of righteousness is held through the scriptures, that the holy Bible, man. You know, this book was written for the Hebrew Israelites, and this is our guide as to how to remain righteous, you know, and how to move towards our salvation, man. You know, and we are not drunken off of the philosophies of this world. That's why we're here to condemn it, you know. And we know that's not a popular seat that we're gonna sit in, man. So when I ask, what's your standard? No matter what you think you do, you can donate to charities. You can do whatever you think is righteousness. If it's not according to the scriptures, you know, you're standing for wickedness and not righteousness, man. You know, but in a roundabout way, that's pretty much all I'm trying to say. With that, Lord's will, you know, whomever this was for, he was edified. You know, with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders up in Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. Hey, Shalom.